Thanks for having me, Elizabeth. Yeah, this note said, you heard in that video there that Harvey laid out most of what we can reveal about the note. We, of course, have been in contact with the FBI. There are certain things they would rather we don't put out there. And honestly, we don't want to say everything that's in there because then other people you could have copycats now using that information. We know that this is the same person because of the Bitcoin address that they include in there. And there's a name that they use. However, there's never any email for us to contact him. So we're basically just waiting whenever he decides he wants to send these emails to us. But in it, he says he's got this video that shows Nancy on her what he describes as her last day, and she is with one of the kidnappers. I think very interestingly, in the past, he has said that there are multiple kidnappers. This time, he says there were only two, and that the video shows her with the main kidnapper. That's the language that he uses.
He actually says explicitly that there are two kidnappers?
He says there are two people who are directly, two kidnappers who are directly connected to this, and they're the only ones who would know, besides him, I guess, where Nancy's body is at this point.
And so that would jibe with what police have been saying. They, and all experts sort of analyzing this case say this could not have been just simply one person who's doing this. But he also goes on to claim that he has video of the person that we're seeing right there in this porch cam video, that he is in this video with Nancy?
No. Well, it's not that person there. We don't know. I mean, I guess you could say that that person must be one of the two kidnappers. If this person's information is correct, that there are only two kidnappers, I think that's a fair leap to make that the person in the doorbell video is one of the two kidnappers. And as for what the video shows, the only way he described it is that it was Nancy's last day before she passed away. Now, where that video is, it's on this phone. It's almost like a treasure hunt that he wants the authorities to go on. He says it's on a phone that is in a hidden location right now, though it would be easy to find if you had the location. The note says, for the price of 1 Bitcoin, I will send the coordinates, the information about where this phone is, along with a password, and that the authorities would then be able to go to that phone and get the video, which could then lead them to figuring out who are the people behind the kidnapping.
And TMZ, you worked with the FBI on trying to trace where these emails are coming from. At one point, there were 5 FBI agents, according to Harvey, on the phone with TMZ's IT department. To no avail?
To no avail. Well, the only thing I would say is that, as far as we know, they didn't get anything there. They certainly spent a lot of time talking to our IT team here, but the only thing, earlier this week, they said to us, the FBI, that they felt they were working on something and that they were getting closer to figuring out who this person is sending these emails. And that they mentioned that while we've been referring to the person as a male individual, I guess we made that assumption, the FBI said they had reason to believe that perhaps it's a woman.
Really?
Either way, yes. And it's very clear that whoever this person is, they're watching our reports, because the email also makes a reference to, oh, the FBI thinks I'm a female. They don't say yay or nay. They just make a reference to that to make it clear they've been watching our reports.
All right, Charles Latibeudiere, thank you so much for that latest update on this case that continues
One more thing I should tell you, Elizabeth. After Harvey posted that video saying, hey, send us a photo, send us a screen grab so we know that this isn't, all made up. They saw that social media post and sent another email saying the reason they are not going to do that, and they haven't done it, is because anything they send will have metadata, which could then possibly lead to them being found. They don't want any trace that we or the police could use to locate them.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.